Is this some kind of sick joke? Like the 2 games that I don't do curls. This one because I'm literally at work. Vegas does not score 1 single freaking goal. This team is so infuriating. Minnesota or Vegas? It doesn't matter at this point, does it now? Blowing another 3-1 series lead. Like, are you freaking kidding? Why not? This team, I can't freaking believe it. We better freaking win Game 7.
The Vegas Golden Knights lose 3-0 in Game 6 of Round 1, the freaking playoffs. This is the third 3-1 series lead that we have blown in the last 3 years in the playoffs. Back in 4th grade, my name, Okamoto, was changed anytime that my so-called best friends saw me do anything in the sports, anything, in PE. So on kickball day, on basketball day, on horseshoe day, and Foursquare, where anytime anything rided on me or I was doing good or anything, they would just start chanting, Chokamoto, choke, choke, choke. And literally, that's all I can think about with this team right now, is how bad they choke every single series lead that they've ever freaking had since that first year. I was at work, but my coworker knows that I love hockey and was following along and updating me about the game, and literally throughout my entire shift, and I had a break that coincided with the last, like, I don't know, 8 minutes of the second period, so I was able to watch all of that, and that was interesting and boring because nothing happened. I do not get with this team why we cannot score 1 freaking goal. Oh my gosh, it is so bad. So bad. The 3 games that we have won, we've scored what, 3 goals in all of them? So apparently, in order to win a playoff game, the Vegas Golden Knights have to score 3 goals. If we had scored 3 against the Minnesota Wild last game, it would have tied the game. We probably would have gone to overtime and we probably would have won, because T-Mobile Arena is nuts like that. And in that first game, we got shut out. And in this game, we got shut out. We cannot score goals. And if we score 2 or less, we will not win a game. Cuddy Glass was in instead of Ryan Reeves, and Ryan Reeves was not a healthy scratch apparently, so we're gonna hear about whatever happened to him later. And McNabb's out on COVID protocol because I thought that the entire Shea Theodore has as many points as Max Pacioretty. The only difference is Max Pacioretty hasn't played a single game this series because he's been injured. He's been day-to-day for literally a month. Literally at work, I was so jittery, and anytime I would hear anything about the game, I would get super excited and nervous. And then at the end, I was just like, you know what? Like, why? The only thing that I have seen is the Tuck goalie interference, no goal apparently, even though this is completely different than Game 3's no goal. Tuck being in the crease like Foligno. However, the reason he is there is because Dumba's literally sandwiching him between Talbot. That does not make any sense. There were Wild fans, this guy in particular, that said they do not understand why this is not a goal. It is a goal. And it is different than Game 3. It's different than the regular season game where Janmark is outside of the crease and Talbot initiates contact, which is also different than Game 3 because Fleury was in the crease when he made contact with Foligno. Foligno is not allowed to be there. Unless he is shoved in there, that should not have counted, which is the correct call. This one, he is shoved in there. That should have counted. Please tell me where that is different. Where in the rule book does it say that it doesn't matter who shoves you into the goal, but as long as if you're in the crease, no goal? All right, scratch all the defensive plans. All you have to do is shove the guy that's screening the goalie into the crease. Then whenever they inevitably make contact and a puck goes in, no goal. Doesn't matter, it's goaltender interference. So just throw all of your defensive plans in the trash and set that on fire, because that's all you need to do. That is not the game. That has not been the game since the Sabres lost in the Stanley Cup final with a foot in the crease goal that should not have counted, but they changed the rule, and then the 2014 Rangers fans have got to be furious about this, because that being called goalie interference is egregious compared to what was called not goalie interference in that game in 2014 Cup final. Everyone agrees the refs have been awful the literal whole season. Part of me wants to, you know, drop out of school, quit everything I'm doing so I can be a ref and ref a game correctly. It's like the Thanos scene. Fine, I'll do it myself, because nobody else is stepping up and saying, hey, this is actually how we're supposed to ref a freaking NHL game. I can skip literally the first 2 periods, I was told. And, oh, okay, my wife, so sweet, decided to film her reactions to the 3rd period to surprise me with in case the Vegas won, so that I'd have some sort of reactions to be able to show.
I'm watching the Vegas game because my husband is awesome and loves us and is at work and had to work through the game. He really didn't want to miss it, so I thought I would watch and give at least some reactions so that maybe he can feel like he was sitting next to me watching it when he watches this back. I don't know, we'll see. It's like it's game 1 again.
What's missing?
And it can't be game 1 again. Where was that supposed to go? Good job, Blair! Yes! Let's go Vegas. Let's go Vegas. Oh, that could have been amazing. Not that way. Wrong way. Get him! No! Fleury, how did you not see that? Well, it's not really his fault. It was like a 2 on nobody. He really had no choice. Because you can't, like, if he moves it all, then where were our defense? Where was he? Slide, man!
I haven't watched all of my wife's reactions either, so I don't even know what she's gonna say until I'm editing all this together, but yeah, I don't know what Fleury's supposed to do there.
Really good effort, Glass. You were right there, and you didn't stop. You kept going for it, so I'm gonna give you that one, and that's pretty awesome. Also, why would you call it? It wasn't under Talbot. It was next.
Man, Cody Glass stepped up. That's greater scoring chance than Mark Stone.
Go! Yes! Yes! You did it! Stevenson! Oh, you did it! Oh, you did it! Oh, it's amazing. No, he wasn't. Please, no. It's fine. I didn't see any butting, but he got pushed in by the green guy. What? I'm sorry, Talbot, you couldn't see it, but your guy decided to push our guy into you. That is your team's fault. What is he gonna do with the other guy in the way? That's so cheap. That's ridiculous. It's not the right call because you cannot push it. I'm really upset right now because that just seems wrong. I don't even know hockey and that seems wrong. Because that just means that when somebody's coming to defend, why don't I just stand in front of him, push him in, and say goaltender interference? I know that I sandwiched him, but it was goaltender interference.
Good execution on the power play by the Wild. That's a really good time for their first power play goal of the series. So credit to them for taking advantage of that. Refs absolutely just handing them that. Not saying that that's why they lost. I'm just saying that the whole reason it's 2-0 instead of a tie game is because the refs do not.
What is happening? What is happening?
There will be a game 7 in Las Vegas.
Oy.
Vegas, you have to win this game. Not for the sake of this playoffs. Because of the narrative that you choke in the playoffs every single year. You lost in 5 games in the Stanley Cup final. So you were this close to getting the Stanley Cup in your inaugural season. Choked away that. Apparently. Second year, choked away a 3-1 lead against San Jose. In Game 7, you choked away a 3-goal lead because of one freaking power play that should not have been a major, but you know what? Can't even go there anymore. Last year, you choked away a freaking 3-1 lead against Vancouver, who were just happy to be there. Like, and now, against Minnesota, who is a good team, you choked a 3-1 lead. Yep, nope, I'm done. Sweet. Well, thanks for watching. Them calling me Chokomoto still, to this day, scars me.